Hello, everyone. Welcome to Total Football Talk. And this is my second channel. I run Total Football TV, which looks at the youth side, the grassroots side of football, where we are following the GMF journey for the under nines at the minute in the NYSL. This channel is going to be different. This channel is going to be a little bit tailored to more towards the reason why I came to Manchester in the first place. And for my story, it's very brief. I followed Manchester United. All my family do back home. Everyone's a United supporter. I'm a United supporter. And I've kind of grown up with it. When I was younger, I used to fly over with my uncle to watch the games. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was in the heyday. It was in the 90s. Seen United win loads of stuff. Was at the ground loads. Had the pleasure of seeing, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Eric Cantona, just some of the, Wayne Rooney, some of the best players that kind of ever played for the club in those eras. And I've seen a lot of success. But now I'm looking to embark on a new journey, and that journey begins with following and just kind of delving into it and hopefully starting a little community like many others have out there already. There are some brilliant channels that do this a million times better than I do. Starting with, like, sort of, if you're looking at some of the bigger ones, Football Terrace, Terry Fleur's absolutely, guy produces some brilliant stuff. He does the top six show. He kind of looks more than just United. He kind of branches out and does the big six, or the established big six. Absolutely creates some brilliant content out there. The United Stand, which is probably the biggest one out there. You got the Stretford Paddock, which also is massive and growing all the time. Again, producing brilliant daily content. And also Forever United TV, Adam Maddage. Shout out to Adam, who originally was on another channel and then moved. No, he doesn't like to talk about it. But yeah, Adam, again, producing absolutely brilliant stuff. And Kieran from Daily Red Devil as well. Alice Talks Football. I'll put some of these links in the description. But brilliant people talking brilliant stuff, and creating unbelievable content. And I just want to start on this journey, see where it takes me. I probably never get to where those guys have got to, but I just want to give it a go, and talk a little bit about my club. As I said, passionate for grassroots. Absolutely love my club. Follow them. Came here, live here now in Manchester, well, Stockport, and have a desire to see them do well. Unfortunately, that is not something that they're doing very well at the minute. So let's take a quick brief look at the match that's coming tonight. United play Newcastle at Old Trafford at 8 o'clock. GMT time, and it'll be interesting because I've watched us over recent times absolutely, win a trophy, brilliant, have the struggles of the club and the board, and anyone who follows United will understand that. I'll start to look into that the deeper I go into these videos. I just wanted to get this one made and put out there, and initially look at the Newcastle game, which is coming up. And am I dreading it? God, yeah. I think Amarin's the right man. I think the board have made some good things and some bad things. I think some of the signings in the summer have actually been pretty good. I think the mainstream media have looked at maybe it slightly differently, and I'm sure we'll kind of see how that unravels over time. I think Amarin is a very good young manager, and he needs help, and he needs the board to support him. But it'd be interesting to see if they'll give him the time and the money that he needs, because if they don't, he is going to find it very difficult. And then obviously the fan base, as these other channels will tell you, very divided. It's split. And how do we reconnect? We only reconnect by these players actually turning up and making it possible for the fans to get together by putting in performances and playing for the badge and playing for the club, playing for us, the supporters. This is going to be a tough game. A Newcastle pal of mine, I think he'll be kind of reveling in this tonight. I've got a funny feeling that I want us to win, but realistically, if we got a draw, I'd take it now. I just got a really bad feeling that it's going to be a very difficult game tonight. And can the boys put a performance on the field? Can they kind of live up to some of their so-called reputations, which have been in the mud recently, because none of them are really, very few of them are living up to it. I'm not someone who's going to be putting pressure on the younger players. I think younger players deserve time. We can't have expectations where the younger players are the ones that are going to lead this club out of the mud and into whatever future we kind of desire. Because at the minute, God, we're just looking to move up the table, let alone desire to be anywhere near the top four. Ultimately, United have standards. Those standards have slipped. But tonight it all begins with, it's not a, United have to win all the time, but I just can't see it. I just have a feeling that Newcastle will be the stronger team. Newcastle will, if Newcastle find their form, which they have been in recently, they've been scoring a lot of goals in a lot of their previous matches. Even with the loss 4-2 to Brentford there, not a couple of weeks ago or just recently, still scoring goals. And I think United at the minute are conceding goals badly. We just have to wait and see. I'm hoping for something, but realistically praying that it's more a case of we need to start playing decent football. We need to start. Aaron somehow needs to find a way to get these players to want to gel, to play for the badge, and to work hard and give it everything. Because unfortunately, not enough of them have been doing that, and we've suffered heavily. Eric Ten Hag, I believed at the time, was the right manager to come in and take over. But now he's just, he started, he won silverware, but unfortunately he focused a little bit too much on his silverware. He wanted the silverware to be the thing that kind of got him out of trouble. But unfortunately, you have to, you have to be further up the league. You have to be at least challenging. You've got to be up there. You've got to be trying to compete with the likes of Liverpool and Arsenal and City. Obviously, City have dropped off slightly, but got to be up there challenging. Got to be, but we're not. So we've just got to accept it. We've got to move on, and we will have to. God, let's just see what happens tonight. And I'm just hoping that we can get a win. But I'm praying that we can get a win because it's more in hope than expectation. And realistically, it could be defeat. Could be an absolutely. It could be a bad defeat. And then looking forward, you actually, you've got Arsenal, Liverpool coming up on the horizon. And my God, it doesn't get any easier. And I do feel for Amarin because he really needs a few things to go his way. But unfortunately, I'm not sure whether they are going to go his way. But the next few weeks will be telling. When this kind of round of extremely difficult games is over, then we've got Southampton, and that really is, that's kind of a win that they've got to dig in. They've got to find a win, and hopefully by that stage, maybe even be able to start putting more of a performance that Amarin's looking for than what they have, especially the previous game against Bournemouth, where we got absolutely dismantled at home. And it was very difficult to take that. Newcastle, let's just get through it. Ideally, I'd love them to play some good football, but I think it'll just be more a case of just trying to get points on the board and move us sort of closer to mid-table, which is something, even in all the years of supporting them, it's not something I'm kind of well used to. But it's where we are now. We're a mid-table team, and I think we've got a generation of a fan base that think that we are, it's like Amazon delivery. It's like, you expect it today and you get it tomorrow. But unfortunately, I think it's going to take a lot longer than that. I think it's going to take a lot longer for United to move forward with Amarin and his new formation. And, hopefully, God, that please let these clowns bring in someone in the January transfer window, because he needs help. The guy's got a very short contract, and 2.5 years. They need to be bringing in players now. They need to be able to bring in players in January, because he cannot wait till the summer. He needs someone on the left side, potentially a striker. I've heard other sort of YouTubers talk about potential strikers, bringing in young kids and stuff. Not sure it's the right idea. As much as I love the idea of it, and I've seen the Giggs, the Scholes, the Beckhams all coming through, the Nevilles. But everyone will be able to tell you that they came into teams that already had established players who were able to help them. Even though there's established players in this team, I'm not sure whether they want to help them. I'm not sure whether they're able to help them. Time will tell. But so guys, please join me on this journey as we start and move forward with a look at Manchester United. As I said, there are tons of other content creators out there making brilliant stuff. Please check them out. And if you want to follow me on this little journey, I'd be absolutely delighted to have you on board. It's going to be rough. Oh my God. And I don't take defeats very well. I struggle, really, really struggle. But I'll maybe do a little piece after the game tonight and just see how we're feeling. But yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching, taking the time to watch. And we will move on to move on to the game tonight. Let's get it out of the road. Let's see what happens. And maybe we'll speak to you after that. Okay, thanks guys. Appreciate it. And see you soon.